What's up guys, Javin back with another video and welcome to Season 4. I just hopped on for like 2 hours and the game is feeling nice, I'm not gonna lie, I like it. In this video, I'm going to be telling you everything that's new, mainly focused on arena and tournaments, and I'll be giving you my first impressions on how I think these new things are going to affect competitive. If you've been liking the content recently, please consider using code JivanTV while buying the Battle Pass. And before we hop into today's video, I'm excited to share with you today's sponsor, Buff Gaming. If you enjoy grinding games, gathering XP, or collecting coins, then Buff is perfect for you. What Buff is an app that runs in the background while you play your favorite games, and it'll give you challenges such as win this game or get this many kills. And the more challenges you complete, the more buff points you get that you can spend in the store for gaming equipment, Steam cards, Xbox cards, V-Bucks, and more. Not only is Buff a trusted app of Overwolf, but they were also partnered with NRG, so I promise you this app is safe. Lastly, Buff is making big moves and launching a brand new design for the app and the website. All you gotta do to start earning more from your gaming sessions is download Buff for free with the link down in the description. And without further ado, let's hop into it. So Season 4 is the season of Chrome. There's Chrome weapons, there's Chrome spots on the map, there's Chrome chests, all sorts of Chrome stuff is going on. Let's start out by quickly talking about the new spots on the map. So there are a lot of new locations. These are the main changes. First off, Sanctuary is now Herald Sanctum, a Chrome location. Condo Canyons is now Cloudy Condos. This is covered with balloons that can be used as movement, which we'll talk about later. Lazy Lagoon is now Lustrous Lagoon, also covered in some Chrome. There's a new spot called Shimmering Shrine, which was formerly the Indiana Jones spot. Jones's is now Fort Jonesy, and then the reality side of the map is now completely changed into like a place covered in fungi. So those are the biggest new changes. You have a lot to explore. But now let's get into the really interesting stuff, the Chrome items. First off, we got the Chrome Splash, and this is probably the most interesting item they added in this update. The Chrome Splash can be either thrown straight down to turn yourself chrome, or you can throw it at buildings to turn it chrome. If you're in a box, you can literally just throw it straight down and everything around you is going to become chrome and you also will. So when you're chrome, you can turn into a blob. Now, Javin, why would I want to become a blob? That's a great question. You just press the sprint button to turn into a blob while you're chrome. And then if you double jump, you kind of bounce around and you go pretty fast. So it makes you a little bit harder to hit, and this could be really useful in endgame rotates. If you're just sitting in a box waiting to rotate, you could throw that Chrome Splash down, and then you and your teammate can literally turn into one of those blobs, go through your chrome wall, and rotate like that. It's pretty interesting, I'm not gonna lie, but you can still take damage while you're in a chrome ball. On their website, I could have sworn it said that you were invincible, but at least in the competitive playlist, you take damage, so it's not 100% perfect rotates, but it's stealthy enough so that you might be able to get to the other side of the zone safely while in a blob. Now, if you throw one of these chrome splashes at a wall and turn it chrome, then you can teleport through any of those walls just by running through it. I got a nice clip here with it, but I also tried it in a later fight and I got pre-fired heavy for 150 damage. So use it cautiously. There's a couple times where it definitely will be really useful. Let's say in endgame you're trying to get through metal builds and you're trapped with a zone on your back pushing in. You could throw a Chrome Splash down and get through those walls way quicker than breaking a fully built metal wall. It might also be good for sneaking into people's tarps and for leaving your box on rotates. So yeah, this is one of the most interesting items they've added to the game in a while. I'm excited to see how it plays out. Next up, there's Chrome chests at all the different Chrome locations on the map. In those chests, you can get those Chrome splashes, but you can also get Chrome guns. So there's a Chrome shotgun and a Chrome burst AR. The thing about these Chrome guns is the more damage you do with them, the higher the rarity they become. So if you rock a Chrome gun from the start of the game to the end of the game, you're gonna be a powerhouse by the end of the game. I'm gonna be 100 with you. So far I've tried the Chrome shotgun and I was just hitting 20s left and right, and the pullout time of it was really slow. So far I'm not liking it that much, but I'm gonna give it more time throughout the season, and if it becomes a powerhouse item, I'll definitely make a tutorial with it. The Chrome burst, on the other hand, is actually pretty good. It has a pretty fast fire rate, and I was hitting pretty good shots with it. Plus, the fact that it becomes rarer throughout the game as you do damage could be crazy in a Surge lobby. Let's say you're sitting in a box looking for tags, getting Surge. You deal enough damage, your gun's just gonna start doing more damage as you get more tags. I don't know, it has potential. The only issue is it's a burst, and usually you only want to carry 2 guns in competitive, so having a burst as your swap weapon could be a little bit tricky. So those are the brand new guns in the game that we've never seen before, but here are the other guns that we have seen before, they're back in the game. First off, we got the pistol, then we got the prime shotgun, which is actually in competitive now. It's never been in competitive before. And then they brought back one of my favorite guns, the lever action shotgun. Love this thing. They brought back the rapid fire SMG, the suppressed SMG. The ARs in the game are still hammer and ranger, but they took out the burst. We still got DMRs, but they also brought back the hunter bolt action sniper. So get ready to randomly get headshot sniped and just poop your pants in the middle of a competitive game. Not only that, they've increased the damage of them again. So get ready to cry when you get headshot sniped. It's gonna happen. The last things are harpoons are still in, armored walls are gone, and then boogie bombs are back. I love boogie bombs, bro. Oh, and then in no builds, I don't actually play no builds, but there's porta bunkers now instead of porta forts. So you just throw it down and you have a bunker around you. So with all that being said, what's my personal favorite loadout right now? For the most part, I find this meta to be really balanced, and you guys could probably build your own personal favorites. Mine is lever shotgun, then hammer AR or suppressed SMG. If I'm in a surge lobby, always carrying the hammer. Third item is chrome splashes. I feel like those are going to be a very versatile item. And then 2 sets of heals. That's what I'm going to be rocking in competitive for the most part. But keep in mind, this is one important thing. In duos, you don't both need to be carrying chrome splashes because one person can throw it down and it'll affect both of you. So for the other player, I would honestly recommend rocking harpoon. You could either do like harpoon, boogie bomb, or sniper. I would personally rock harpoon because then you can get those refreshes from far away. The biggest W this whole update is that grapples are gone. I'm so happy about that. However, with grapples being gone, what is the movement now? Interesting information for you. There's actually really no movement in the game other than those chrome splashes. There's lots of movement on the map, but nothing you can actually carry in your inventory. So this season is going to be like one of the first in a while where we have 0 movement, which I like. It's a lot better than having grapples in the game where you have to 50-50 the drop in order to have movement in endgame. But if you've never rotated without movement before, this is going to be a learning experience for you. It's going to be a lot of early rotates and playing off the opponents around you. But you already know, Jivan got you covered. I'll be doing lots of stuff on my channel, Jivan VODs, linked down in the description. That's where I do like community VOD reviews. You guys send in clips, I respond to them, what you could have done differently, and I'm sure I'll have a lot of rotational stuff. But what about the movement around the map? First off, at some POIs, there's hot air balloons that send you way up in the air. You just go through them and you can literally rotate across like a quarter of the map. It's gonna be good to know where those are around you because that's free movement in the early zones. There's also random launchers around the map that send you pretty far as well. If you land in a slide after these launchers, you'll just keep on moving fast. Here's a couple miscellaneous facts that were in the patch notes. First off, Cronus Zen is now bannable. So if you use Zen, the game will kick you out and you can't get back in unless you take it out. And this goes for other things that are hardware related and that may give you competitive advantages. If you use anything like that, the game is going to kick you out, and if you continue to try to use it, you'll be permanently banned. Something related to in-game is that now vaults are actually opened with keys that you can find around the map near the vault locations. Depending on the rarity of the vault, you may need a different amount of keys. But those vaults have tons of loot, as you can see here. God chests, normal chests, supply drops, everything. This is a W because now in solos you can actually open vaults, you just need to get those keys. Before you needed to have 2 people standing there, and it's like, what are the vaults even doing in solos? Now they are useful. And then the one other thing is that sliding into players now knocks them back. Definitely an interesting little change. I don't know how often I'm going to be sliding into players. This will probably be more useful in no builds. So that's the mass majority of the new update. I think it's fire. They added so many new things, and it's going to make a huge difference in competitive. They did announce a brand new comp system, which I actually talked about on my second channel, Jivan VODs. So I'm not going to talk about it in this video. But yeah, I'll have lots of new content coming, so if you're not already subbed, be sure to hit that sub button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.